Time to start the show. Whoa, ho, ho, ho.
Super fast tortoise in the show, drinking coffee, wishing you all well, because life is swell. Super fast tortoise. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get up, it's senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow.
Hey, everybody.
So,
Oh, whoa. If you play magic with us. Do-do-do-do-do. Hey, hey, everybody. Yeah, words. Fun. Times. It is the day before Thanksgiving, everybody.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the United States, where hopefully everybody will be able to have a good meal, good time, good times with family, resolve old issues, resolve new issues, have a good time.
Yes, there's nothing like a good Thanksgiving fight.
That's right. Right. Oh man. Oh man. It is wonderful today, my friends. Like, whew, it is 40 miles winds outside today. It is like 35 degrees out where I live. It is cold and breezy, not to say the least. Hope your weather's doing great. How are you doing, Hillbilly?
I'm doing all right. You talking about the temperature is 41 degrees here.
Ooh, 41 degrees. Jealous of those temps already.
Yeah.
KJ says, "What's up, all you turkeys?"
Something
Gobbling. That's right. TC Dude, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, bro. I got some iced coffee this morning. Feeling a little chill, yeah. But actually, the weather outside is warming up in my neck of the woods. It was darn near 3 degrees yesterday, and it's sitting at a cool 17 right now. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I can relate. During the winter when it gets like the negatives, you really appreciate the teen temps. For sure.
Yeah. Anything above 0 usually helps.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Lone Wolf, how are you doing today?
Oop, he must have had a step away for a bit.
Yeah.
Making himself very lone.
That's right. Well, I hope you guys had a great morning. Like, today was one of those days where I woke up like 20 minutes before my alarm clock. It was not fun. It was not fun.
Yep.
Hey, you gonna read that, Billy?
Gobble gobble gee and gobble gobble geeky. I wish turkey cost a nickel.
That's right. Gobble gobble gee, gobble gobble gickle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel. That's right. Price of meats in the U.S. are incredibly high.
Yes, they are.
Like, I can only imagine what they cost in Alaska. Holy cow. Wife watches people who live in Alaska go shopping, and the price of certain things are just above approach.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about villages or way up north or places that are remote, only accessible by boat or plane. That's
Right.
where it really gets expensive, and you're looking at like $6 to $8, almost $10 a gallon of milk. Here in the main city though, I spend about $4 a gallon on milk. The 5 dozen eggs has fluctuated. I've seen it as high as $15, but the other day I just got one for $11.50. So, it comes and goes. It's not as bad as you'd think. And plus the dividend that they give out yearly is kind of nice. That's what folks use to help supplement that cost or offset it a little.
Right. Yeah, because like my wife watches a certain Alaskan couple who live in a part of Alaska where they literally have to fly into the mainland to go to the local grocery stores and Costco's and stuff like that. And they have to rent a vehicle to drive while they're down there, get the stuff, then they have to air taxi their food home and put it back in their car and drive it home. It's crazy.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
why
it's definitely a lot of hoops to have to jump through. Cane Shaker over here in chat says that line is from an Adam Sandler song. Oh my gosh, we all should have caught that.
should have, but I didn't.
I didn't catch it either. Bag blag it.
Oh no, Adam Sandler.
I've always liked him. There was a phase during pop culture that they were anti Sandler for whichever reason or the other, but I've always been a steadfast fan of him.
Yeah, the only song I know by Adam Sandler is "Oh My Hanukkah," da 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 da, something like that. Yeah, that's the only song I remember from his career. And I remember a couple skits. Some skits I can't say on the show.
Definitely not quite YouTube appropriate, but yeah, he's got some great material, whether it's his stand-up or his music catalog. And of course, who hasn't seen a Sandler film, even if they did so with disdain?
That's right. Like I remember the wife and I watched Happy Gilmore 2, and it just felt different and didn't hit the same as Happy Gilmore 1.
Yeah. I mean, some movies they don't need to remake because they do try to make the second movies as good as the first one. Sometimes better than the first one. But I always find that the first one is always the best.
Cane Chicken says the Lunch Lady song is hilarious. Hilarious. Yes. That's good. It's good. I'm glad it's hilarious. I wish I could remember it, but I don't. I do not. I hate to say and I hate to admit it, but hey, it happens, everybody. But thinking of good old times and good old songs, it is time to get to that part of the day where we get to
Card of the
Combo Breaker. All right. The card of the day is called Celebrate the Harvest. Obvious reasons. Celebrate the Harvest costs 3 generic and a green. It's a search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of different powers among creatures you control. Put those cards onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle at sorcery speed.
Ooh, I like this.
It's not bad. It's a good ramp spell, especially when you have like a lot of different little derps, like some 1/1s, a 2/2, and a 3/3. That's 3 lands for 4 mana. That's pretty good. But I chose this card for the card of the day just because the name of the card. Celebrate the harvest, because that's what Thanksgiving started about. Survival, celebrating the harvest you were able to have, so on and so forth. We're not going to go deep into history why Thanksgiving is a holiday, but that's a part of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't history class?
Nah, it's not a history class. And plus, the sad truth about history nowadays, there's too many opinions about history.
Yep.
And too many conflicting interests about history and how people want to see it and perceive it. Oh, that's ridiculous, my friends.
Yeah, there's the internet for that. But no, this is a great card though. It looks like it's from Midnight Hunt Commander, so this must have been featured in one of the pre-cons.
Yeah.
I haven't played it myself, but it looks like a decent budget card. You know,
Right.
like a budget scape shift for basics, basically.
Mhm.
Mhm.
A basic budget for Scape Shift. Yeah. Just play this card. It's fun. Unless, that'd be cool if, kind of on theme, if someone built a deck around holidays, like had a Christmas deck, a Halloween deck, a Thanksgiving deck, um, a, not a Lucky Charms deck, but I can't think of the holiday. I'm like,
Easter?
well, Easter would be good, but I was thinking of the
St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
We need to get Tortoise some stronger coffee.
That's right. Stronger coffee.
You must be on that decaf today.
Right.
You know, it's funny you say that though with the holiday theme decks. So I mentioned on yesterday's show that my LGS hosts Commander on Friday, and for December they're actually going to let unglued cards or the silver border cards be legal for your Commander. So there are some holiday themed cards amongst those sets. So I'm really curious to see what people can bring to the table.
That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Ooh, that'd be awesome to see. Like now, can you imagine with Universes Beyond, we got if we got like a seasonal set where it was like kind of like in the vein of the Nightmare Before Christmas, where there was like a joint of all holidays where that mixed and collided. So you Christmas land, Halloween land, St. Patrick's land, and they had the whole story about like something was voiding out their world, and the holidays had to come together and define their purpose to save the world. I don't know.
Interesting.
Ken Chicken says, "Dang, I learned something. My brain hurts."
Nice.
All right, now let's get to the picture of the day. Picture of the day is this is that time of year to remember loved ones who are missing out on the holidays.
Yep.
I went with the same vein as yesterday because it's Groundhog's Day apparently. But hey, there's a lot of times where we go throughout the year, we have family we just don't talk to very much, and that's a good time to remember to call those folks. Like I need to call my daddy-os and talk to him for a bit and see how he's doing. There's some people out there that just need to be reached out to. And yes, I know a phone works both ways, but sometimes we both forget about reaching out.
Yep.
That's
so easy to do.
Oh yeah. I mean, to me, it's easier if people want to join the show, want to hang out. But like, sometimes you forget to reach out to other people, who just get so wrapped up in life, how busy life is, because everybody has important things going on. And now is a good time to reflect on those people who raised you or were there with you growing up, and all that good stuff. Good friends, good family, good times. Let's bring it together, my friends. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what holidays are about.
Kane Chick says, "I'm starting to feel lonely over here in the chat." I'm sorry. You're not lonely. You got us. We appreciate you.
You might get some friends over in the shorts feed.
That's
Go
right.
check the short stream. Do it.
So there's two reasons I brought up the topic of today to be kind of similar to yesterday. One, yesterday we had over 100 views on the video, which was
nice.
Phenomenal. And that's between the two things. Ryan Nowicki, been playing a bunch of two-headed giant plane chase games. Seems to happen during the holidays for me. I recommend it. Lots of fun. I love plane chase. It's just it's hard to do that over spell table.
Yep.
But
I have some plane chase cards, but never use them. Never use them.
Yeah, plane chase is a totally awesome addition to Magic. I recall it debuting somewhere in the early 2010s, and I didn't see it again until March of the Machines. In fact, the pre-con I played over on another channel last Sunday has some plane chase cards in there. I didn't use them for that game particularly, but I am looking forward to using them in a future game.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Hillbilly can send me his, you know. But anyways, the second reason why I visited this topic tonight is because last night we had a situation where one of our players, they like it wasn't about reading the brackets, but like you get a lot of things telling you brackets, what they are. Like you get things telling your deck's a bracket this, but then when you read into the other things, it's like, oh, well, because this little bit of information's on this other slab, it's more bracket 3 than bracket 2, so on and so forth. And it is so simple to mess up on this stuff.
Right.
Ryan Wiki, so there's a site that simulates plane chase, and it's an easy overlay to use on spell table. We got 155 cards in it, and it's better than reading physical cards through a camera. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. But anyways, with that, my friends, we cannot forget to get to the question of the day, because I got a banger of a question today, and you can't say Avatar. But let's get to the question of the day. Super Fast Tortoise here with the question of the day. The question of the day is, if you could go back in time, or maybe in today's day, someone brought you an old set, like an old booster box to open up, what would that booster box be? What set would it be from? What was your favorite set that you would love to open up today?
Well, I was not playing back then, but I would love to open a box of Alpha.
I would love to open a box of Alpha. Good luck finding one of those, but yes.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good one. Oh, yeah. Ken Chicken says Mirage. How about you, Lone Wolf?
I'd probably say Innistrad Remastered.
Innistrad Remastered. This is more recent than I was thinking, but still good set.
Only for one reason.
It makes sense.
Edgar Markov.
Yep.
What about you, TCG dude?
There's a lot of sets that I would like to choose from, but if I had to pick one, I'd honestly probably say Time Spiral, like original Time Spiral.
Oh, good set.
Yeah, right. Good. It even had the retro frame cards in the packs. I don't know if it was guaranteed in every pack, but every other pack or so you'd get one. So you get a mix of new Magic and old Magic with that set, and it's not even like a remaster or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I highlighted that earlier. But yeah, Ryan says, oh, there you go. Sorry, I went to Ryan said Kaladesh and Vengeance too. So that's good. Kaladesh was a fun set too. Kaladesh was a fun set, but I gotta side with TC dude on his choice because Time Spiral was insanely fun. And you know why Time Spiral the block speaks to me, right? The block, not just Time Spiral, but the block.
Yeah,
is Damnation was printed in that set. The first appearance of Damnation was printed in Planar Chaos, I believe.
Yeah, Planar Chaos. It is kind of crazy because that whole block has a lot of iconic cards, and so to isolate it to just the set of Time Spiral, like for somebody who has experienced the block, you just feel like you're missing just a little bit,
Oh yeah, but for me, Kane Chicker already knows my answer. He does. If I could open a box of cards, probably one of the poopiest sets in a long time compared to nowadays. Like nowadays, it's a poopy set. But for fun and excitement to draft, I'd love a set of Dissension or from the original Ravnica in general. Yeah. Oh, gee. See, like, Kane Chicker put it in chat. He's like, oh, gee, Ravnica. That's right. I'd love to open and play. I'd love to draft the set. That's the best way to open a booster box is to draft it.
Yeah. I wish they would go back to the blocks.
Oh
I
yeah.
wouldn't. I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I mean, I started with Kaladesh, and that's when they brought out. Uh, shoot, can't think of the name of it now.
Well,
Anyway, I would
well,
love for bring out the blocks again.
yeah, well, let's be careful what we wish for, because what if you did get blocks again, and you got 2 to 3 blocks set out at the same release date, because there's 7 sets in a year, and one of the sets was a whole block of sets.
Don't want it dropped like that.
Right. Um, it's crazy. No, it's crazy. But no, you guys have all good answers out there. KJ says Tempest block would be fun too. Tempest was a good set too, for sure.
Yep.
Hey, my friends, a lot of friends going on today. We got the topic. All right, the topic is: our bracket still confusing to people, or just more aggressive? Right. So we've had quite some issues, not just last night with bracket confusion, but we've had some issues, noticeable issues with the bracket system the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The bracket system still does not underline any power level situation. It kind of explains the deck synergy, which is good. It kind of explains deck building, which is fine. But it does not really give a power level situation where you can have two bracket 3 decks, all in a different vein of power level. Like we played bracket 3 decks that were slower and steady, and we played against bracket 3 decks that just wham bam, thank you ma'am. That was a good game by turn 6.
Yep.
Insanity.
Yep.
In fact, I have
Now,
a little monologue really quick.
I go.
The question is our bracket still confusing, or are they simply more aggressive? Are we entering a world of competitiveness in Commander, where winning is the majority of the thought process of Commander deck building? Now, are we understanding brackets correctly? Are we confused with the power level of Commander still? It still feels like we can have two bracket 3 decks, like I explained, one super fast and powerful, and the other deck being really slow. Real zero aside, what do we do to fix the power level issue? What do we think of the power issue in Commander?
Well, my thoughts about the bracket system is I know it's still beta and all that. They're constantly working on it. That's understandable, but it's still confused. It's still confusing, especially to a new player, the most. And everybody wants to play Commander. They play to win,
Right.
but so therefore it does make the bracket system does go for more aggressive moves,
Mm-hmm.
such as turn 6 wins and turn 3 wins and all that. I mean, yeah, I mean that's very aggressive.
Ah.
But
Mm-hmm.
but then on the other hand, is people tend to sometimes they'll they'll get a commander deck, they'll throw some cards in, and sometimes they don't realize that that there's a combo there,
Right.
and uh, and with that, I mean it does make may not even be game changing, but it does up the deck into different brackets.
Right. And I got something to add to that. Like free spells should be on the game changer list.
Yes.
Um, that like I don't know why they took off deflecting SWAT. They took it off because its power level is equal to the spell played, but it's just as good as a counter spell most times, just stopping a spell.
Yep.
But free spells should be on the game changers list. Combos should be listed as a certain bracket like what to talk about because last night was crazy.
Yeah.
Dark Master, hey-oh!
What's up, Dark Master?
Kane Shaker says, I don't think bracket system is a confusion for newer players. It may be players who taught NTG to them may have failed. No! We can't fail. No. It's possible.
Yep. But I just think this whole bracket system, I've never agreed with it. Because one is, I think they should include the power. I mean, how powerful the decks are.
Mhm.
And just like there's a site called Rate My Deck, which gives you the power level the deck could be. And then then you could compare that with your salts
Right.
from like some another site such as uh, Archdex, Moxfield, and then come out with your power level and how strong your decks are. Because every deck has its strength and its weakness,
Right.
but the power of the deck is what the deck is trying to pull out and what it's trying to do. And that's what they should consider more or less for the bracket system.
Mm-hmm. Sabalt says, nah, what's the worst that can happen if you play the spells for free? That's right. What's the worst that can happen? Free spells are just broken.
Yeah, well,
Like, there's a site called Blue Spells that came from a set a long time ago that when you cast them, you untap the amount of lands you use to cast it. That was stupidly ridiculous.
they got one. They just came out with an avatar. They came out with a 6 cost planetarium artifact. You would pay 1, scry 2, play 1 card for free
Right.
from scrying,
Mm-hmm.
as long as it's not a land.
Sabalt says he worries if they legislate too much what each card is, there is no room to explore. Well, I don't think it's about exploring in this case. I think there's certain actions, like game actions, that they could regulate in a deck. Like, for example, 2-card combos fit in a bracket 3 deck.
Right.
Right? They could do stuff like that. Free spells fit in a bracket 3 deck. I think there's ways to get those basic interactions that are just above approach to be that push a deck further to be in there. I mean, there are some commanders that should just be on the game changer list because they're powerful by themselves. Like Tiamat is a 5 creature tutor off the bat.
Well, yeah. Any kind of tutor should be on the game changer list. That's what I believe.
I think one of the confusing parts about the topic is the discernment between what's a combo and what's just synergy.
Right. I get that too. I understand what you're saying. Kane Chicken says, take your own look at the bracket system, SFT. You made big changes to it, trying to help simplify the breakdown, understanding it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Free spells, red-blue decks are so OP, but also fun to play. Well, yeah, we didn't say they weren't fun to play. We're just saying they're OP.
Right.
Yes, like understanding the system, understanding the bracket system doesn't seem too harsh of a thing to do. Like, I think we can understand the bracket system as it is. But I don't think the bracket system guides the deck building process before, because rule 0, you discuss your decks, and sometimes the discussion is what bracket is your deck, bracket 3. Well, like, what power of bracket 3? What does your deck do? Not everybody wants to talk about every detail what their deck does. Some are fast and crazy decks, and some are slower decks. And then, like most of my decks, I have this tortoise way of building decks, where I just build these decks that just kind of build up to a big punch, where some decks just come out swinging right off the gate.
Right. I mean, you can, right, exactly. I see what you're saying. I mean, you could have 2 bracket 3 decks one was built to go off real fast.
Uh-huh.
One's built to go off slow. But I think what they need to do to make these brackets even better is to put levels in these brackets,
Mhm.
like a low level power 3, mid level power 3, and that high synergy bracket 3.
Mhm. I
And
mean,
they should. I
I
think they
see
should
what you're
do that with.
saying.
See what
Like a
I think
1
they.
through 3 level on the bracket, like are you bracket level? Are you level 1 bracket 3 level 2 bracket 3 level 3 bracket 3? I get what you're
Right.
saying.
And I think
Right.
they need to do that with each bracket, except for the ECDH, because we already know ECDH is a monster by itself.
Tabalt says I still feel like two people can look at the same role and interrelate it differently. Yeah. Sorry, I had to. My brain didn't want to read the word correctly. I liked it when your choice of commander was what was explain your deck to opponents, right? I mean, I completely love that idea, Cane Shaker, especially when you came to a game with an XR deck and people are like, "Oh, crushing hugs, that's your deck."
Right.
But Tabalt says, then we're back to levels 1 through 10. So, with your comments about making levels for bracket 3, you
Yeah,
know,
then they'd be splitting hairs.
yeah. And so, and I was just going to bring that up too, but Tabalt got to it before I did.
Yep.
Like I see, because I see what you're saying about the power level system. I think what we probably need is more of a system that kind of explains the deck building process. And look, we must have hit a topic that someone's fingers couldn't tie too much.
Dang you for picking these topics that I just can't keep my mouth shut on.
I called it. I did. I told this.
I didn't even put my lab coat on before I'm in. Those things burning here. And it's so frustrating because it's like I can't type fast enough. I can't spell well enough. I can't get my thoughts across. And not that you guys need to hear my thoughts, but I'm popping in for a second. We got company here for Thanksgiving. I shouldn't even be here right now. But I tuned in to listen to you guys, and like I can't stop it. First of all, I gotta say, and I don't mean to barge in here and take over, but I gotta say, thank you to Hillbilly. And I really enjoyed playing his deck wrong. So, but I bring that up because it very much, and what I was trying to say in my text there or in the message was, I think that two people can look at the exact same rule and interpret it differently.
Yeah.
They have different feelings on it. So if we go too far in the line of telling people what they should play or what each thing is, maybe people are using cards suboptimally. And I think TCG Dude had a great observation, which is synergy. Like I have combos in my deck, but they only will fire maybe once or twice. Or maybe all they do is give me a synergistic advantage. Or it's the difference between firing off an extra turn spell or taking infinite extra turns.
Right.
Huge difference, a huge gap there. I mean, it always sucks when somebody else takes an extra turn, it's not you. But then you put a card in there that lets you take their extra turns. But some of these things can be solved by interaction.
Right.
By playing cards that break up other people's combos. So I don't think there's an easy answer to all of this, but sorry about that. I just had to jump in and annoy everybody.
You're good. But like kind of relate to what you're saying is like if I was playing a different deck last night and I could specifically say my Dragons deck, I could have taken care of Lone Wolf's board last night when he had a board wipe on loop.
Mm-hmm.
Where the deck I was playing that last night, which was a bracket 3 deck, and his deck was bracket 3, I couldn't handle his deck. You know, that and all of the decks I just talked about were bracket 3 decks. They're just
Right.
different power levels in the bracket 3 system.
Yep.
You know, and yes, and at the time, Lone Wolf didn't know or was aware of all the synergies in his deck. All the website told him it was as a bracket 2 deck.
And we know how misleading that can be,
Right?
even if you don't intend it. But I mean, that's a good thing too. Like I said, that, and that's what I was saying earlier with the other comment was like, if you legislate things too much, there's no room for you to explore and find these combos or synergies. And sometimes you literally find them mid-game. So.
Right. And one thing I talked about yesterday that I should reiterate today is they took out the intent clause of the idea of bracket systems to what bracket your deck should be. And I think they need to bring that back into the bracket system where your intent and your deck building can push the level of your deck to be a bracket 4, even though it says bracket 3.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. Intent is definitely a word and a way of phrasing and looking at it that gives you a little bit better control, but it also gives you a better understanding, as somebody will say, like you said, some people don't want to tell you what's in their deck. Maybe they feel that they're giving away an advantage. Luckily, I and a few people here have played enough that it doesn't matter. No one game is that important.
Right.
That, you know, I can lose a game. I can lose lots of games. You've seen me lose lots of games.
That's
As
right.
long as I win a few, I'm okay. And it's not about winning every time. Some people, it's got to win every single time. My deck has to perform every single time. And I think by asking the hard question of what's your intent, you're going to get an answer to that, and you can understand and bring a deck in accordingly. So.
Right. And yes, skill is a thing, and deck building takes skill. So we get that. I got to say that. But yeah, it's crazy how synergistic some decks work compared to the others, or how fast the other decks work. But anyways, well, thank you, Tybalt, for jumping on and giving us your 2 cents.
I'm gonna say a couple more things too, if you give me a second here. Just that I watched Distraction Makers video, and I thought there was a very interesting video that they said everybody should play CEDH, and I'm gonna paraphrase what they said. You should definitely look them up and check it out. But they feel like everybody should play a highly optimized EDH deck, maybe not every time, and maybe not play it in or go to the game store and try to win with the CEDH pod. But their idea of it is that if you are more familiar with the extremes of how to play at a high level or seeing how the cards work, you'll better understand the mid-range of the game a little bit better. I think that's a good thing, and something that's happened playing with you guys and playing with other people when I did at the local LGS when I was still in California. Seeing a wider range of decks gave me a better feel for what I wanted my decks to do, and being able to give a 30-second elevator speech on what my deck does. Because up until then, I was just top decking everything.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I couldn't tell you how my decks won or what it was trying to do. I could tell you what my intent was. I still had the ability to tell you what I was trying to do. Well, I'm trying to assemble a combo in this or whatever.
Right.
That helps, and I think a lot of these things can be taken with the 0-1 discussion. But the problem with 0-1 discussion is like, hey, we're here to play. We have limited time, and we just kind of want to jump into the game. I'm here to play. I don't care what you guys are playing. I want to do this deck.
Right.
It's still a struggle.
Yes, and I'm very familiar with Distraction Makers. I watch their videos a lot because they're a good little discussion panel of 2 people, and I think it's great to learn things like that. And yes, I saw their thumbnail for the video about playing more CEDH. But like every time I listen to people, I'm like, but we have to have a CEDH deck to play CEDH with.
Well, in their video, they talk about making a CEDH deck. And like I said, maybe not necessarily taking it into a game or whatever. And it's something that could be done by theory crafting, by asking every time you put a card in there, is this the most optimal card?
Mhm.
And if you put every card in there and decide what is the most optimal, you're going to see that a lot of the decks, and especially with my decks, it's a problem that I have a lot.
Right.
That is, I play super powerful commanders.
Right.
We play them suboptimally.
Hmm.
I get attacked based on what people think that commander is going to do. But I
Right.
didn't do that with the commander. So I'm not complaining. It's just, and that's just how it works out. And I didn't understand that though until I took a hard look at it. And it's like, oh, this commander is like within the top 300 of EDH Rec. You know what I mean?
Right.
So everybody's playing it and everybody's playing, but I'm playing a completely unique spin. So it's up to me then to, if you trust me, while we're having the Rule Zero discussion, to say, hey, I'm playing this deck, but I'm not playing these cards. I'm not playing infinite turns on my Is It spellcaster deck.
Right.
You know, so knowing your decks and stuff is, and here's another thing. I'm all over the place. Sorry. The other thing is, dang it, like I said, you asked these questions. Anyhow, when I feel like it's up to you to know your deck better, right?
Right.
But I also feel like this also pushes us further away towards Wizards wanting everybody to play this game.
Right.
As you develop these patterns and these intricate plays, and we understand the decks better, and we play harder, and we win by turn 5 or whatever and stuff like that, or by turn 6 or whatever the case is, that makes it more exclusive and harder for newer players just to drop into the game and play something. So I think there's further a disconnect of it going further in different directions.
Right. Right. That's one thing.
But I gotta bounce. I'm totally sorry, but I gotta run.
Go run. Have fun. Thanks for showing up.
Okay.
See, that's where I come up with the levels, where I think they should make. I think they should make levels in the brackets.
Okay. I mean, that's your thought, but like the bracket systems are supposed to be there to alleviate that idea and whatnot, to take away from that, because level systems like we used to play with made no sense against the whole world. A level 5 to you was not a level 5 to someone else. Just like Commander Assault and Rate My Deck had two different ways of leveling your deck.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago where everything was a 7.
Right. That's true. It's true. But good topic, good times, our friends. But there's one thing we got to do today. Yes, there's one thing we got to do today, and we can't pass it up today.
What?
Movers and shakers. We are here today. We got to do this today because we won't be here tomorrow. So let's see what's going up. We got Badger Mold Cub. You got $74.95 or 20.7%. Whew, that card is expensive. Man, it's moving up pretty good, but it's kind of stagnant levels of percentage wise. It's going to be like an $80 card for a while.
Oh yeah.
Then we got plus 11% going up at 54.57. We got Quantum Riddler. Quantum Riddler doing some good in the neighborhood. Then at 19% going up at 27.99, we got Appa Steadfast Guardian. Woo woo. Pretty solid little card. Then at 48%, that's quite a jump at $9. We got the Legend of Roku. Yes. Legend of Roku is pretty solid. I like that. 65% increase. That's a pretty huge jump at 640. We got High Fate Trickster. Ooh. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's really good. I like that card. Yeah. Then we got Wallet Basing C, 40% in 2020 while saying grown up in price.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. It's Bossing Say.
However you want to say it. I never watched the show really, so I'm going to slaughter a couple names. 69% increase for Aang Swift Surveyor. Nice. At $5, Aang Swift Surveyor. pretty good. Or save year, I should say. Not save a year. Oh, look at the brain. Not enough coffee this morning, I swear. 41% at 561. We got Electro, Assaulting Battery. This card is one of the best cards from Spider-Man, so I'm not surprised it's going up. Yeah, like this card's probably going to replace EV in some decks, so let's check that out. Keep an eye on that. At 49% and 436, you got Storm Chaser's talent. Pretty good. That's a really good talent, and people are going to play it. At plus 6%, barely any movement, even if a shrug at all. $27.43. You got Vault-Born Tyrant. A dinosaur I still need for one of my decks.
I
Yeah,
don't need any more dinosaurs.
more dinosaurs.
You do not need any more dinosaurs.
Down 7%. At 57.66, we got Washington Librarian, one of the best cards to come out of Avatar. People are praising this card like crazy because it's like Hydra Crisis, but better.
Yep.
All right. At negative 51%, at 321, you got the Rise of Sozin. Rise of Sozin doing pretty good. I mean, it's a board wipe on a saga. What else can you ask for? It has good abilities. Down 5%, barely even movement at 62.20. You got the Soul Stone. Soul Stone just chilling at its spot, basically. He's saying we're going to be a $60 card for a long time.
Yeah, buddy, and I would love to have one because it's such a great card.
I think everybody who runs a black deck would love to have one. Gee, that's just a solid card. Down 58%, $1.80. You got Caw, the Face Stealer. Ooh, that's a pretty steep drop for a price change there. So I wonder if this is seen playing all the decks and nobody needs it anymore, or people are realizing it's not as good as a card as they thought it was going to be. That's an interesting question to ask. All right. Then down 42% at $3, got the Legend of Karuk. Just a pretty good saga, just doing what it does. I mean, 4 mana, you get a scry 2 and draw. You scry 4 and draw 2 cards over 2 turns is pretty solid. Down 6% at 3017, you got Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. We know this card's pretty good. We've seen it play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Check it out. Then we got 19%, a pretty sizable drop at 768. You got Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer. This is pretty much settling into where it's going to stay for a while. People are building commander decks and trying to figure out where this fits. I mean, 5 pips is really hard to deal with, so people are trying to figure it out. Now down 5%, 3061, you have VV Orator, possibly because it's banned in a lot of formats. It's not going anywhere. You know, we'll see where it goes. Down 65%, 91 cents. We got Zao, the Moonsight.
What moon?
Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Blood Moon. It's Blood Moon on an expensive stick. There you go.
Yep.
Then we're down 33% at 339. We got Toph, the first Metal Bender. People are playing this card, building around this commander deck, having fun with it. They're just chilling. Yeah, this card is doing pretty good. But my friends, hope that was worth its while. But that was the movers and shakers.
Oh.
Oh, look, Tibalt's back.
Back in the lab. Oh, and it's backwards. No, does it look right to you guys, or does it look backwards?
No, you look good.
You're right in the head today.
we're not gonna go that far, but we're at least as long as I'm right in the lab.
Dan Chick says no show tomorrow. What's wrong with the world? Well, tomorrow we got a busy day. Like today we got a busy day of stuff getting ready for Thanksgiving. Tomorrow we got family things to do. I mean, seriously, is it so wrong to hang out with family?
Tomorrow's Gobble Gobble Day.
Liquor Store Dinosaur. Love the name, by the way. It says I pulled one. I'm assuming a Soul Stone. That would be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, but woo, my friends. Like I guess I'm playing this game. Of how many times can we pull Matt Saxon into Yeah.
Too many times. Well, they're great topics, and like I said, it's mostly my own shortcomings of being not being able to type fast or spell well enough to get my ideas across. So thanks for being patient with that.
Yeah. Lick Store
Nice.
Dinosaur says Badger Cub's really pulled. Nice. That's
Nice.
Oh, Badger Cub, that's a good one.
love it.
Awesome.
But all right, my friends, it is the time of day where we get to this point of the show where you like and subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise. Building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon. No one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house. We own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
All right, everybody, we're in the chill section, the thrill section, where everybody throws their hands up, goes crazy, goes lazy, because we're going to start talking more. You can find us where we're hazy. I don't know. I'm just trying to rhyme, and I'm failing at it. But anyways, we're going to start shilling, and with the shill section, you'll be able to hear about us, talk about us, find out where we are. Hold on. I'm looking for something particular really quick. There we go. And move up. Up. So we're going to start with Lone Wolf.
Cool.
And Lone Wolf can talk about this little ditty.
All right. Thanks for having me, everybody. Yeah, we have a GoFundMe for me and my brother. We're trying to move into another place. They keep raising the rent, and I'm expecting it's going to be twice a year. So all the funds from this will go towards our moving expenses, like down deposit, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you could help share the link, or if you could help, it'd be appreciated.
Yeah. Yes, anything can help. Anything that you can give to help would be appreciated. If you can help and you have the means, please do so. But if you can't, it's understandable, and you're still good in our book.
Yep.
All right, but then we're gonna move to TC Dude.
Hey, what up, y'all? I am Alex, the TCG dude, out here keeping magic alive. Yeah, if you want to discuss Commander or 1v1 60 card formats with me, you can always feel free to hit me up over on X or Discord at TCG dude. Occasionally I'll be game streaming over on the Twitch side of things at TCG dude 907. And if social medias aren't your thing, or if you have some sort of card offer, let me know over at contact.tcgdude@gmail.com. Lastly, if you check the description of this episode, you will find my TCG player store link, Wild Wizards, and feel free to peruse that for your Magic and or Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon needs. And the Cyber Weekend sale is coming up this weekend, so I think all customers get a 10% kickback on their order with store credit. So yeah, a great weekend to get your card pickups.
Nice. Sounds good. And with that, we're going to move over to the ball.
Hey, I swear I'm not just here for the shill section. I'm here because you've had a lot of great topics here lately, so I appreciate that. I'm always happy to talk or play Magic, though we haven't done that recently. Anyhow, so I'm going to say go to darkritual.site. That's where you will find everything Tickets Apprentice all tied together there. So lots of things. I've got a blog, I've got a store, I've got thoughts on Magic, and I have a Arcane Nexus there where you can get suggestions for your cards. If you just want an idea of like what else I could pair this with, like what card goes with one with nothing. Can you think of a use for that card? Maybe I can give you some suggestions that might be interesting there. But yeah, check that out.
Any card with Helmet. Sorry, my brain.
A match probably goes with it.
That's right. And Kenny Chick says you have to love that Wolverine facial hair.
I'm glad that you appreciated it. If you saw the video and stuff, my wife was going for a Wolverine look. I think it was just a Woolly Willy look. So
You know what it kind of reminds me of?
What's that?
Don't hate me, but you know Disney's Tarzan.
Yeah. Oh,
And, yeah. You know Jane's dad, who's
yes.
the short guy with the,
Yeah, that's a little bit closer to what I'm looking at. Either that or Captain Spaulding. So yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, Captain Spaulding, nice.
Now you got to put on the
I
makeup.
swear I'm going to do that for Halloween one of these years and stuff.
Right.
Get me a little clown hat.
But it does not look bad on you, though.
Thank you.
Know that. Hey, Billy.
Hey, everybody. This afternoon, around 2 o'clock, I will be streaming. However, tomorrow will not be no stream. So, yeah, we got to celebrate Turkey Day with the family. And therefore, will not be a stream tomorrow. But this afternoon, there will be a stream around 2 o'clock. Trying to brew up some new decks with Avatar cards. And you too can also become a viewer that's in the stream by joining my Discord. And while I'm streaming, I got streaming the game to the Discord also, where you can watch the game as I'm playing. And also when you join the Discord and you get into that room, you can have your voice on the stream. That way you can become a part of the stream. And but anyway, they're putting that into the streams now and doing all that today at 2 o'clock. So if you have any deck ideas you want to share and see your deck played with your ideas, and feel free to be part of the Discord, and then we'll all work on a deck together.
Sounds good. Become part of the Discord. But hey, everybody, look at this. The arcade cabinet is off. The lights are off. This is going to be the last time I'm live till after Thanksgiving. I'm not going live tonight. I'm not going live tomorrow. We're going to spend time with the family. We're going to do some baking and chilling out, playing some games, handing out goodies to friends and family who are working tonight, lift up their spirits during this holiday little season here we are in. So I want to thank you guys for watching and hanging out with us and hanging out on stream. I don't know why I did that way. Hold on. But hey, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday tomorrow, wherever you are, wherever you at. I hope you have family or friends to chill out with on whatever your occupation is. I want you to have a good time doing that. And if you're serving the military, we thank you for your service because you're out there and you're not being able to come home because you're on duty. So we appreciate that 100%. But with that, my friends, I want to thank everybody for being here today on the show, even if you popped in a little late. Right, Matt Saxon? Hillbilly, Lone Wolf, TC Dude, thank you for being here. Everybody in chat, you rock, you roll. I want to remind you that you're loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, say and or do something positive for someone else today because you might be the reason they have a change in their life.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Just wanted to throw that out.
But with that, I want to thank you, channel members, for supporting the channel the way you do financially. I want to thank you, subscribers, for growing the channel the way you do, because your subscriptions and liking the videos, sharing the videos, what you do helps out immensely. And with that, my friends, have a wonderful time. Any last words from you guys?
Cane Shaker, you're never alone. We're thinking about you.
Thinking about you. Thinking about you.
I'll be on Call of Duty 1v1 me, bro. No, just kidding.
All right, let's get out of here.
I want to thank you, channel members of the channel, for supporting this creep the way you do. You are awesome. And you subscribers, everybody that subscribes, you're doing amazing too. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show.